Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can see the screen at all. Okay, now it's good. I just had to restart it. So we have an emergency alert this evening, guys. The US and the UK and allied forces are carrying out airstrikes right now on Yemen. I told you guys this would happen. Last night we had that massive nuclear war exercise, continuity of government exercise. There were half a dozen nuclear war command and control planes in the air last night. And we had a bunch of people saying that, oh, it was a normal exercise, a monthly exercise. Yeah, right. And now we know why. We had half a dozen nuclear warplanes, a presidential doomsday plane, and nuke sniffers in the air yesterday because they are launching a strike on Yemen right now. Massive strike. So all the latest information is at the top of the screen. I have a ticker, a news ticker at the top, scrolling along with all the latest headlines. But it looks like strikes have just started. Okay. So I'm trying to find information on where these strikes are taking place, but they just started right now. So just stand by one moment, and I'm going to try to get the latest for you. So apparently, multiple cities have already been hit in Yemen. Um, we're hearing that there's explosions in the port of Hodeidah in Yemen. Right now, there's explosions in Hodeidah. Okay, let me just get some more info here because this is all happening right now. We have local reports that Houthi militants are evacuating the Red Sea city of Hodeidah. So it looks like Hodeidah is under attack right now. So this is it, guys. This is the escalation we've been preparing for. Okay, it's happening right now. Okay, looks like I have to update the ticker already. Let me see. But this was all approved earlier today. Okay. The Prime Minister of Britain, Rishi Sunak, held a meeting with his cabinet earlier today, and he basically approved these strikes earlier today. And the White House told Congress earlier today that they were striking Yemen tonight. We're hearing now that there's strikes in Sana'a, the capital of Yemen. Explosions heard in the capital of Yemen, okay, in Sana'a. We're also hearing that in the city of Taiz in western Yemen is now reportedly being targeted by several airstrikes. I'm going to update the ticker in a minute. For those of you guys who are just tuning in, this is all happening right now. So forgive me if I can't recap everything. But we have strikes going on. We know that the capital of Yemen has been hit. We know that Hodeidah, the port city, has been hit. Okay. So massive escalation going on right now, guys. This is the moment that we've been preparing for the last few months. Okay. Apparently, Biden is going to make a statement tonight. I don't know when he's going to do that, but let me see. I'm just checking some sources here. We're hearing of several airstrikes in the capital, also in Sada and Damar. Okay. Let me see if I can get a map up on the screen for you guys. Let me see here. So we got the capital, Sana'a, under attack right now. We have Hodeida, the port city, under attack. We have Sada and Damar under attack as well right now. Okay. So this is a full-scale attack. I warned you guys about this as far back as Christmas Eve. You remember I warned you about that? Christmas Eve. Okay. Everybody said I was fear-mongering. Everybody said it was just training. Well, no, it was not training. And all you guys out there who were saying that all these nuclear war planes that were in the air yesterday were training, you must feel really stupid. So here's a map of Yemen. Okay, so here's the capital, Sana'a. So Sana'a is under attack. Damar, we know, is under attack. Hodeida is under attack. Looks like also Taiz is under attack. So they're hitting multiple targets. Okay, multiple targets in Yemen. This is where all the major cities are in Yemen. Basically, all the western third of Yemen is where all the major cities are. So they're hitting all these areas. We know for sure they hit Taiz, Damar, Sana'a, Hodeida. Let me see if I can just check some more sources for you. Hang on, guys. This is all breaking right now, okay? John Montgomery, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a great evening. So let me check some more sources here. Let's see. Hold on one second here, guys. I'm searching for some more info. An American official told CNN that the U.S. military has launched strikes against multiple targets in areas controlled by the Houthis in Yemen, carried out by fighter jets and Tomahawk missiles. Okay, so they're using jets and Tomahawk missiles, guys. This is it. We are watching history unfolding, okay, together here on the NYPrepper channel. We are witnessing Bible prophecy coming to pass, okay? Explosions reported in the Yemeni capital of Sana'a. This is a full-scale strike, guys. They're using Tomahawks. They're using fighter jets. This is it. This is the real deal, guys. No joke. This is the big leagues. Let me see if I can get the flight tracker up on the screen for you guys. Let's check the flight tracker and see what's going on flight radar. All right, so here we have the flight radar. We have one nuclear war command and control plane over Colorado right now. Just took off. I'm going to update that ticker in a second with all the latest information that I have. But for those of you guys just tuning in, we have multiple airstrikes confirmed in Yemen. The capital of Yemen has been hit, and multiple cities in western Yemen have been hit. Okay? Multiple cities. An American official told CNN that Tomahawk missiles and fighter jets have been used. Just checking some more sources here. It's all coming in right now. Reports of an American target being hit in the Red Sea. So it looks like one of our ships might have got hit This is coming from Israeli media. Apparently, an American target got hit in the Red Sea. Wow. All hell is breaking loose, guys. All hell is breaking loose right now. And you can see here the airspace is actually pretty quiet over Yemen. You wouldn't even know that there's anything going on, really. Let's actually see the general flights. Let's see. You can see here, these are all planes, and you can see that they're avoiding the airspace here around Yemen. Okay, but apparently an American target was hit. This is being reported by Israeli media. Okay, so looks like one of our ships might have got hit. Potentially, we'll have to wait and see. That's just unconfirmed reports right now. The Pentagon says that they attacked 10 targets so far in Yemen. Okay, this is just coming in right now. 10 targets were attacked, confirmed by the Pentagon. Explosions in the capital. We actually have some footage here. I don't know if I should show it or not, but there's actually some footage here coming from the capital of Sana'a. Let me see if I can get that up on the screen for you. I'm going to just update the ticker real quick while I wait for some more news to filter in. Some reason it's not loading. Yeah, we got footage coming in here. Don't know if I can share it here on this platform, but do have some footage coming in. So, for those of you guys just tuning in, looks like we have strikes on Yemen right now. Thank you guys for all the donations. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Aubrey loves cars. Thank you so much. Fishinmar, thank you very much. Quacklin, thank you very much. Chihuahua News Network, awesome. Thank you very, very much. Thanks to all the moderators for showing up. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to try to update the ticker here. So all the latest information is up at the top of the screen. Um, we have strikes all across Yemen right now, guys. Trying to just quickly update this for you. Stand by, guys. Trying to get some of the latest info for you. This is all happening right now, guys. Okay, so just be patient. I'm trying to get all the info that I can. Twista Sista, thank you for the donation. Simple Cooking, thank you for gifting 20 memberships. Samuel Turner, thank you so much for that donation. Kenneth Jackson, thank you very much. FZ, thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we definitely have to pray for the world. So I'm just trying to get some more of the latest info here. Um, there is footage coming out, but I don't know if I can share it. Unfortunately, there's footage coming out of Yemen. U.S. has used Tomahawk missiles and F-16s apparently. Okay. We have some breaking news. The Iranian Navy has been put on full combat readiness. I repeat, the Iranian Navy has been put on full combat readiness. Okay. Absolutely insane. So hang on 1 minute, guys. I'll be right back. I got to get something to drink. Okay. I'll be right back. Let me know if you guys can hear me now. Let me know if you guys can hear me. So, all the latest information is at the top of the screen. We're hearing emergency sirens from the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. Emergency sirens at the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad right now. The Iranian Navy is on high alert. U.S. Patriot missile batteries in Saudi Arabia are on high alert right now. This is absolutely insane, guys. Massive strikes carried out on Yemen by Allied forces. Tomahawks and F-16s being used. Thank you guys for the donations. I appreciate it. Stevie, thank you so much, Stevie. And watching for that blessed, thank you so much for that donation. I appreciate it. So I'm working to get more information, and I'm going to update the ticker at the top of the screen as information comes in. Okay, so just bear with me, guys. This is all happening right now, okay? Okay, emergency sirens at the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad being reported tonight, right now. Okay. What you're looking at in the background is a flight tracker, and you can see that we have a lot of planes that have been diverted. Okay. Let me see if I can show you guys. Look how all these planes, you can see this giant hole here. You got all these planes here, and then there's nothing here. They're all being diverted around Yemen. So for those of you guys just tuning in, all the latest information is at the top of the screen. Basically, the U.S. and allied forces have carried out massive strikes on Yemen tonight. We're hearing reports that the capital city was hit and every single city in Yemen was hit. A combination of Tomahawk missiles and F-16s were used. We're also hearing tonight that the Iranian Navy has been put on high alert. And also there's emergency sirens going off at the embassy in Baghdad right now, okay? Biden might be giving a speech tonight. We'll have to wait and see. There were some rumors that Biden was going to give a speech tonight. But things are really spiraling out of control. The leader of the Houthi rebels said they were going to retaliate. So we're hearing some news coming in now that joint U.S. and British airstrikes on Houthi positions have ended, apparently. So the strikes are over now. I can't 100% confirm that right now, but that's the initial reports coming in that the strikes are over. We're hearing that the Houthis fired a volley of rockets into the Red Sea. So apparently, Israeli media reported that there was an American target that was hit in the Red Sea. Unfortunately, I cannot share any footage with you guys due to the community guidelines here on YouTube. I am not allowed to share any war footage, so please don't send me any war footage for me to share because I cannot share it here. Any strikes, any videos of bombs going off, I cannot share it. I appreciate it, and I like to look at those, but I cannot share them here, unfortunately. We have breaking news coming in. The Deputy Foreign Minister of Yemen, Hussein al-Azi, is saying that our country was subjected to a massive aggressive attack by American and British ships, submarines, and warplanes. And without a doubt, London and Washington will have to prepare to pay a heavy price. Wow. Okay, that's the Deputy Foreign Minister of Yemen. Okay, so that's just coming in right now. Okay. I wish I could share some footage. Unfortunately, I cannot, but there is footage going around showing these bombs going off. Um, so trying to find some more information for you guys. The New York Times is reporting that the Netherlands, Australia, Canada, and Bahrain participated in the strikes by providing logistical and intelligence support. Okay. That's coming from an American official to the New York Times saying that the Netherlands, Australia, Canada, and Bahrain participated in the strikes by providing logistical, intelligence, and other types of support. Okay. Um, the New York Times is also reporting that attack planes were launched from bases in the region and the aircraft carrier Dwight Eisenhower. Okay. So they used multiple bases in the region and the Dwight Eisenhower. This is also coming from an American official telling the New York Times this. Okay. So this is absolutely insane, guys. Things are really escalating around the world. Didelphi Morphia, thank you so much for the donation. Thanks for the breaking news just on time. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. I knew this day would come. I told you guys for weeks and weeks and weeks that this was going to happen, that it was inevitable. We do know that India sent 10 warships to the region. So things are really escalating tonight. Thank you, Earth Angel Anna, for deleting that message. I can't tell if this guy, this Hamas official guy, I don't know if he's a troll or what, but he keeps donating. I think he maybe works for Hamas or something. What's going on, Joe Romanino? How's it going? So let me just continue to search through my sources here. But looks like Yemen is getting pounded tonight by Allied forces. Okay. I'm actually surprised that they did this. I honestly think it's because of the UK. I think that what happened was in that massive attack 2 days ago when the Houthis launched like 21 missiles and drones at Allied warships in the Red Sea. One of the British warships was targeted and it had to shoot down like 7 or 8 drones. And then shortly after, the British chief of staff called the American chief of staff, and I'm sure Britain it wasn't happy about it. You know, I'm sure if it wasn't for pressure from Britain and Europe and other countries, the Biden administration probably wouldn't do anything at all. They would probably continue to let these strikes go on and on and on and on forever because they don't really care. You know, they don't care about that. Their number one focus is, Trump and climate change and gun control and all these other things. They don't care about national security. That doesn't matter to them. They're all about their crazy left wing ideology and forcing that on everybody. We're hearing that the airport in Hodeida was hit, and the Zabid district on the Red Sea. Okay, so the airport in Hodeida, that's the port city in Yemen, was targeted, and also the Zabid district. I have to look that up. I don't even know what that is. The Zabid district. Let me see. What is that? Um, what is that? Some kind of historical site or something. I don't know. Um, but it looks like the airport in Hodeidah, the main port city in Yemen, was hit. Um, let's see what else here. We have an American official telling the Wall Street Journal that they expect the strikes from Yemen on ships in the Red Sea to continue even after the American strikes tonight. Okay, that's what an American official told the Wall Street Journal, that they expect Yemen to continue launching strikes on these ships in the Red Sea even after these strikes tonight. So maybe these strikes tonight are not a full scale strike, but just like a warning. I'm not sure, guys. But just totally crazy situation going on right now. We have a nuclear war command and control plane in the air right now. Let's see, what else do we have in the air? We got some aerial refuelers over here. Looks like right now we just have this one nuclear war command and control plane, but I'm sure there's more in the air. They just have their transponders off. I'm sure they have their transponders off. Oh wait, is my microphone working? I don't know. Can you guys still hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me or not. Okay, you can still hear me? Okay, good. Because I was talking and I noticed my microphone was unplugged. The cord got yanked out, so I felt like I was talking to a wall, but I guess the microphone was still on my computer. Mandy, thank you so much for that generous donation. I really appreciate that. And yes, our mods here are awesome, awesome mods here. Um, and yes, God bless our troops overseas right now and their families. Vanessa Dubois, thanks for all your support. I really appreciate you. Thank you for gifting 10 memberships. Really appreciate that. And Devin Awe, thank you for gifting 10 memberships. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for all your support. So things are really spiraling out of control, guys. It's just a crazy situation here. So let me see, what other news do I have. Just looking through some of the news here. A representative from the U.S. Army claims that they have already successfully achieved all their objectives during the attack on Houthi positions. We'll have to wait and see if that's true or not. But apparently, a representative from the U.S. Army is claiming that they have successfully achieved all objectives during their attack on Houthi positions. Okay. Let me see if I can just update some of the information here on the ticker. Um, Lots of news, guys. It's all coming in so fast. So the deputy foreign minister of Yemen said that uh, London and Washington will pay a heavy price. So we basically have a full scale war going on right now um, between Yemen and allied forces. So I'm sure that they're going to retaliate somehow, and how they're going to do that, I don't know. But just checking some more sources here, guys. Trying to get some updated info. Israeli media is reporting that the current wave of attacks in Yemen has ended, and the United States and Britain reserve the right to respond whenever necessary. So, guys, I was warning you about this. Didn't I tell you that UN resolution the other day was like the final thing that America needed and Britain needed to launch this attack? I told you that. And the exercise last night, the nuclear war exercise with like 10 different types of planes. We have some breaking news coming in from the White House. The White House has put out an official statement. Let me get that for you. White House has put out an official statement here. Let me get that for you up on the screen. I'm going to shrink my camera a little so you guys can see it better. So this is the White House website. Okay. Statement from President Joe Biden on coalition strikes in Houthi-controlled areas in Yemen. This is just coming in right now. Okay, this just came in right now. Let me read it to you. Mike Subchinsky, thank you for the donation. Jaycraft, thank you for gifting 50 memberships. That's incredible. Thank you, Hugh. Really appreciate all your support. All the mods, thank you for showing up tonight. I really appreciate you guys. Lorna, Earth Angel, Anna, Ingrid Perez, great to see you. Vanessa Dubois, Smoking Swamp Outdoors. T.W. Perry, Ross Niderman, thank you guys for all your support. Angela Dunn, you guys are awesome. I appreciate all you guys that support me. Thank you for sending me info and stuff. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. So let me read to you this statement here coming from the White House. This is from Joe Biden himself, okay? Today, at my discretion, U.S. military forces, together with the U.K. and with support from Australia, Bahrain, Canada, and the Netherlands, successfully conducted strikes against a number of targets in Yemen used by Houthi rebels to endanger freedom of navigation in one of the world's most vital waterways. These strikes are in direct response to unprecedented Houthi attacks against international maritime vessels in the Red Sea, including the use of anti-ship ballistic missiles for the first time in history. These attacks have endangered U.S. personnel, civilian mariners, and our partners, jeopardized trade and threatened freedom of navigation. More than 50 nations have been affected in 27 attacks on international commercial shipping. Crews from more than 20 countries have been threatened or taken hostage in acts of piracy. More than 2,000 ships have been forced to divert thousands of miles to avoid the Red Sea, which can cause weeks of delays in product shipping times. And on January 9th, Houthis launched their largest attack to date, directly targeting American ships. The response of the international community to these reckless attacks has been united and resolute. Last month, the United States launched Operation Prosperity Guardian, a coalition of more than 20 nations committed to defending international shipping and deterring Houthi attacks in the Red Sea. We also joined more than 40 nations in condemning Houthi threats. Last week, together with 13 allies and partners, we issued an unequivocal warning that Houthi rebels would bear the consequences if their attacks did not cease. And yesterday, the UN Security Council passed a resolution demanding the Houthis end attacks on merchant and commercial vessels. Today's defensive action follows this extensive diplomatic campaign and Houthi rebels escalating attacks against commercial vessels. These targeted strikes are a clear message that the United States and our partners will not tolerate attacks on our personnel or allow hostile actors to imperil freedom of navigation in one of the world's most critical commercial routes. I will not hesitate to direct further measures to protect our people and the free flow of international commerce as necessary. Wow. Okay. I'm going to read that to you again. I will not hesitate to direct further measures to protect our people and the free flow of international commerce as necessary. Okay. So strong words there from this statement. Okay. White House statement. What's interesting here is that it says more than 50 nations have been affected by these attacks. 50 nations, guys. That is insane. And it looks like the US and the UK were the primary assault forces. Okay. Australia, Bahrain, Canada, and the Netherlands were supporting them. And the US and the UK had they were the primary assaulters. Okay. So they were the ones that actually launched the strikes with F-16s and Tomahawk missiles, is what we're hearing. Okay. So this is historic, guys. And I think it's going to continue to escalate. This is just the beginning. It's only going to get worse and worse, guys. Okay. It's going to get more and more. It's going to get worse. This is just the beginning. Okay. Alan Kunesh, thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. Mike Subchinsky, thank you for gifting 10 memberships. And by the way, Mike, I did pass that money along to Oleg the other day. You wanted me to donate it to Oleg's GoFundMe, and I did that. Judith Rasmussen, thank you so much for the donation. Libra 11C, thank you so much. Mike Subchinsky, thanks for another donation. Really appreciate it. You guys are really generous. Thank you so much. Child of the King, thank you for the donation. I'm so grateful to you and your channel. This real news is not available on regular channels, and CNN, etc., will not tell facts. God bless you, sir, for the work you are doing. Thank you, Child of the King. I appreciate it. You know what's crazy, guys? They were definitely hiding what was about to happen, because 2 days ago, when the Houthis launched that massive attack, the largest attack since the war started, actually probably the largest attack on ships in the Red Sea ever, they didn't say specifically where these missiles and drones were targeted, where they were going. Okay, they didn't say if they were going after American forces, American ships, or did they go after private vessels? And it's clear now that those 18 drones and 3 missiles were targeted at our warships, guys. We have the Dwight Eisenhower, and then we have, I think, 3 or 4 Arleigh Burke class destroyers, which are guided missile ships. Okay, they have Tomahawk missiles on them. And so they were targeting those, and they also targeted a British warship as well. So it looks like the Houthis launched that attack um, on U.S. and British warships 2 days ago, and that's why they're doing this big attack right now. Okay, because they were targeting our military ships. Piercing the Veil, thank you for the donation. Blizzard 37100, thank you for gifting 20 memberships. That's incredible. Thank you so much. And Armored Up 1963, thank you very much for that donation. I really appreciate it. So this is the latest information, okay, from the U.S., okay. Let me see what else here. We're hearing that the USS Florida participated in the attack tonight on Yemen. The USS Florida is an Ohio-class sub with Tomahawk missiles. So that's pretty interesting. And you remember they moved that thing to the region like a few months back in like October. They moved the Ohio-class sub, the USS Florida, to the region. Charles Jenkins, thank you for the donation. About a week ago, I saw a boomer flying above. Wow, interesting. Jaycraft, thank you for gifting 50 memberships. That's incredible. Thank you so much. And Aubrey Loves Cars, thank you for the donation. So for those of you guys just tuning in, all the latest news is on the top of the screen, okay? Veronica Asamson says, Pozdrawiam. That's cool. Looks like we have a Polish viewer here. That's cool. Jaycraft, you donated like 100 memberships tonight, I think, or more. How many did you donate? 150 memberships. Wow. Jaycraft, you're the man. 150 memberships from Jaycraft. Thank you so much. It's really nice of you. Wow. I wish I could give you some kind of award or something. That's incredible. Paul Horostetsky says, Cześć. How's it going, Paul? Let's see here. What else? We do have some footage coming in. I'm just a little nervous to share it. I got to screen it first and see if it's anything crazy. Looks like a massive strike, apparently. Massive strike, guys. Potentially hundreds of targets. F-16s. F-16s and Tomahawk missiles involved. Looks like the strikes are still ongoing right now. There's some reports earlier that said that the strikes were over, but it looks like they're still ongoing, guys. Okay. And let this all be an example to Russia and China and all these countries that think that we're weak and that our military is a joke. Let this be an example of what could happen to you if you mess with America. Okay, this is called the American spirit. Okay. We don't bully people. We keep to ourselves. We take a lot of crap from all these countries, and you push us too far, and it's not good. Okay, we have the most powerful military the world has ever seen, and that is just a fact. Okay, that is just a fact. We have the most powerful military in the world. Okay, America has the most powerful military ever. Okay, let that sink in. Ever in the history of the world, no country, no kingdom, no nation has ever had as much military prowess as the United States. Okay, so Putin, if you're watching, this could be your country next. Okay. Don't mess with America. Mike Subchinsky, thank you for another donation. I really appreciate it. Everybody talks trash about America and how our military sucks and that, it's not what it used to be. The military is still there. It's just that our leaders suck. Our leaders don't know what to do with this powerful military we have. That's the issue. It's the leaders. It's not our troops. It's not our tanks. It's not our choppers. It's not our subs. We have the best equipment. It's just that our leaders don't know how to use it, and they're afraid to use it. Let me see. I'm looking for some more information. Checking other sources here. Apparently, the leader of the Houthis told Al Jazeera that the Houthis are going to continue their operations in the Red Sea despite the airstrikes tonight. Wow, there's so much information here. I got to comb through. Combing through it all right now, making sure I didn't miss anything. Looks like the Houthis are going to respond somehow. How they're going to respond, I don't know. I'm just checking various sources here. A spokesman for the Houthis said that a raging war in the Red Sea and targeting of American and British military sites and bases, and the coming is greater. So it looks like the Houthis are threatening to increase their attacks on American and British bases in the Middle East. This was stated, let me get this guy's name here. What was his name? Ali al-Kahum, some kind of Yemen spokesman, member of the Politburo of the Houthis, or Ansar Allah. Ali al-Kahum said, the Yemen armed forces will respond forcefully to the American-British battleships in the Red Sea. Okay, so looks like they're going to respond now. Israeli media reported that there was some kind of American target that was hit, and the Houthis fired a volley of rockets into the Red Sea. The Islamic Jihad movement is saying they condemn in the strongest terms the American and British aggression against brotherly Yemen. So, guys, expect there to be terror attacks here in the U.S., okay? This is going to spark terror attacks here in the U.S. They're going to start attacking us here. Okay, all these different factions, these Muslim jihadists, Islamic jihadists, all these different groups they're going to launch attacks on our bases. They're going to launch attacks here in the US. Okay, this is just the beginning. It's not going to end. Okay, this is just the beginning of a wider war in the Middle East. This is going to escalate. Okay, this is just the first step, okay, to escalation. It's going to get worse and worse. Thank you, Lorna, for standing up for me. I appreciate it. Tall Gray, what's going on, Tall Gray? Yeah, the Houthis are not going to stop. Okay, the Houthis are not going to stop. And it's not just the Houthis, it's now all these different jihadist groups. They're really going to get, excited now, because now they feel like they have a reason to launch terror attacks against America and Israel and in Europe. Some of you guys might have missed this, but right before Christmas, I did an emergency alert. I think it was Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Eve. There were a bunch of Islamic jihadists that were arrested by German intelligence, and they were planning to carry out some kind of attacks on the Cologne Cathedral in Germany, which is the largest twin spire church in the world, and I think the second largest church in Europe. They were going to attack that church. It's a giant Catholic church, hundreds of years old. And then they were going to carry out strikes across Austria and Germany. And they were captured by German intelligence. But, this is just the beginning, guys. I'm telling you, it's going to spiral out of control. Okay, now all these jihadist groups are going to really start going after the U.S. and Europe and Israel and our bases. And then we're going to have to do more, and then they're going to do more, and it's just going to keep escalating more and more and more. Child of the King said that you sent me breaking news. Okay, I guess on my Twitter. The Islamic Jihad movement is calling on all people of the Arab and Islamic nation to take action, and they salute the honorable and courageous Yemeni position. So the Islamic Jihad movement is basically calling for jihad, okay, for all Arabs and Muslims to take action, okay? I'm assuming this is the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, but it could be a different one. I'm not sure. I'd have to double check that. So in the statement here, okay, you can see it clearly right here on your screen. Biden said, "I will not hesitate to direct further measures to protect our people and the free flow of international commerce as necessary." Okay. So all hell is breaking loose, guys. All hell is breaking loose. I just hope that, Biden doesn't run out of steam on this. And when they start attacking our bases again and they start escalating, that we're just going to sit back and do nothing. I hope that he follows through on this, because we're going to have to follow through. We can't just do this one strike and then call it a day. This is the beginning of a larger war, basically. So Let me just update the ticker here. All right, I just updated the ticker with some more information. All the major headlines are at the top of the screen. The red bar at the top is going to have all the major headlines. But basically, there was a massive strike on Yemen tonight. We don't know if it's over yet or not. Some people are saying that it's over. Some people are saying it's still ongoing. There's footage coming in. We have some breaking news coming in. The military here in the U.S. is confirming that 12 sites in Yemen were attacked. At least 12 sites. They were attacked from aircraft, Tomahawk missiles, and submarines. We do know that an Ohio-class sub was involved in this strike. We know that U.S. military officials expect more strikes on the Red Sea, that they basically expect that the Houthis are going to retaliate now. The Houthis are threatening to attack our bases more and to step up their attacks on the Red Sea now. That's assuming that they have the resources. We have Valerie Howell, a member of the U.S. House of Representatives, saying that the airstrikes in Yemen were not authorized by Congress. Okay. Valerie Howell is a Democrat, and she said that these airstrikes were not authorized by Congress. Very interesting. Okay. Valerie Howell, not authorized by Congress. Wow. So basically, Biden was acting with his executive power. See if there's any updates here. I'm checking to see if there's any new news. The BBC is reporting that 4 British Eurofighter Typhoon planes launched from Cyprus, and they participated in the strikes. Okay, so at least 4 British Typhoon fighter jets participated in the strikes. Okay, that's being reported by the BBC. Wow, we have some breaking news, guys. Apparently, a U.S. warship was sunk. I don't know if this is true or not. The USS Washington was sunk. I don't know how true it is, but let me get that up on the screen. I don't know if this is true. We have to take this with a huge grain of salt. It could be fake news, but this is just coming in right now. The USS Washington was sunk. I don't know how true this is, though. We'll have to wait and see. Could be BS. Let me see if I can share it for you. Okay, this picture just came out on social media. Apparently, the USS Washington, a U.S. warship, was sunk. Let's see, I think this is going to really spiral out of control tonight, guys. I think that all these jihadist groups are going to start launching attacks on Israel tonight. I think it's going to happen. Again, take that picture with a huge grain of salt. I cannot confirm it yet. An Israeli official is saying that Israel was notified in advance of the strikes on Yemen and that Israel is on high alert right now. We could see Hezbollah launch attacks on Israel tonight. Okay, we could see Hezbollah launch attacks on Israel tonight in retaliation. So this is the USS Washington, apparently. I can't confirm it just yet. We have a statement from the Prime Minister's office in Britain. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak just put out a statement. Let me read that to you. Let me just see what this is about, this USS Washington. I don't know if this is BS. It's probably BS. Apparently it got sunk, but I don't know. So we have this statement here from Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Okay, let me read it to you. It says the Royal Air Force has carried out targeted strikes against military facilities used by Houthis in Yemen. In recent months, the Houthi militia have carried out a series of dangerous and destabilizing attacks against commercial shipping in the Red Sea, threatening UK and other international ships, causing major disruption to a vital trade route and driving up commodity prices. Their reckless actions are risking lives at sea and exacerbating the humanitarian crisis in Yemen. Despite the repeated warnings from the international community, the Houthis have continued to carry out attacks in the Red Sea, including against UK and US warships just this week. This cannot stand. The United Kingdom will always stand up for freedom of navigation and the free flow of trade. We have therefore taken limited, necessary, and proportionate action in self-defense alongside the United States with non-operational support from the Netherlands, Canada, and Bahrain against targets tied to these attacks to degrade Houthi military capabilities and protect global shipping. The Royal Navy continues to patrol the Red Sea as part of the multinational Operation Prosperity Guardian to deter further Houthi aggression, and we urge them to cease their attacks and take steps to de-escalate. Okay, so that's the official statement from Rishi Sunak. Okay, it's up on the screen right now if you want to read it again. We're now getting some breaking news coming in that the Iranian proxies are firing dozens of missiles at American bases in Iraq. Okay, so things are really spiraling out of control, guys. Apparently, we have some breaking news that apparently a U.S. warship was sunk. I cannot confirm it tonight 100% just yet, but apparently a warship was sunk, a U.S. warship. So a lot of stuff going on here tonight. Let me see here. Let's see. Show you guys the locations of some of these strikes here. The Financial Times reported that 2 British warships will participate in the strikes against the Houthis. Okay, the Financial Times is reporting this. 2 British warships participated in the strike. That's all the warships they have in the region, apparently. A U.S. envoy to the United Nations said earlier today that threats against freedom of navigation in the Red Sea require a global response. Okay, so the U.S. is calling for a global response now. This reminds me of the Iraq War and the Afghanistan War. But for those of you guys just tuning in, it looks like the U.S. and the U.K. launched massive airstrikes on Yemen tonight. Massive airstrikes, missile strikes, Tomahawk missiles. They were fired from warships, submarines. And the U.S. is now calling for a global response. Okay, a global response. Okay, and the reason why they're doing that is because you know what's going to happen now? Iran is going to launch missiles at Israel, and they're going to have to go in and strike Iran, and this is how it's going to escalate. They're going to have to strike Iran now. There's no way around that because now Iran is going to have to get involved. So they're going to have to strike Iran, okay? And that's why they're calling for this global response. Let me just catch up on some of the donations here. Jim Pop, thank you so much for that generous donation. Greg, shout out to you and the mods. God bless our military. Yes, our military is the best in the world, the best military in the history of the world. Yeah, that photo could be fake. Child of the King, thank you for another donation. Yeah, that photo could be fake. We are hearing from various sources, though, that apparently a U.S. warship was sunk. So I'll wait and see, and I'll update you guys on that. But we have the Pentagon press secretary saying earlier today that the Houthis are funded, trained, equipped by Iran to a large degree. And so we know that Iran has a role to play in terms of helping to cease this reckless, dangerous, and illegal activity. We would call on Iran to do that. So the next strike is going to be on Iran, guys. That's going to be the next strike. That's why they're asking. That's why they're saying to the UN, we need a global response. They want a global response because they know that it's going to escalate to the point where they have to go after Iran. Okay, that's why they want that global response. All right, because they don't want to go after Iran themselves. They want everybody to go after Iran. Let me see here. What else? Trying to see if there's any response from Iran. Let's see. Just scrolling through the news here. The U.S. Fifth Fleet said Iran's actions contradict international law and threaten maritime security and stability. Okay, that's what the U.S. Fifth Fleet said earlier today. Okay, and that was because Iran seized an oil tanker last night. Okay, Iran seized an oil tanker last night. And now's the perfect time for Russia to go after the Baltics, to go after Finland, Poland, Moldova. Now would be the perfect time for Russia to launch a massive attack on NATO and Ukraine while the U.S. is bogged down dealing with these Houthis and soon Iran and Hezbollah and all these proxies in the Middle East. Now's the perfect time for Putin to launch a massive attack on Ukraine, a ground offensive to retake some land and to go after the Baltics. Okay, so we have to be on very high alert, guys. This is serious. What's happening right now is historic. It's biblical. I don't know what else to say. I mean, this is it's only going to get worse from here on out. It's not going to get better. It's just going to continue to escalate. So get prepared. Make sure you have everything you need. Start prioritizing your preparedness. Iconic Meerkat, thank you so much for the donation. Good will always vanquish evil. And Elizabeth Anders, thank you so much for the donation. And no problem for reporting this info. No problem at all. Thank you guys for all your donations. I really appreciate it. Let's see here. Checking for some more information. The U.S. Fifth Fleet is saying that Iran is currently holding 5 ships and more than 90 hostages. Okay, 5 ships, guys. Iran has seized 5 ships and they have 90 hostages. That just came out today. So you see how a lot of things are kept in the dark, how we don't know what's truly going on. Okay, this is just coming in today. Okay, Iran is apparently holding 5 ships and more than 90 hostages. Okay, so I'm telling you, the next target is going to be Iran. It's going to have to be Iran because Iran is the keystone to all these groups. Okay, all the proxies in Iraq, in Syria, Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis. Okay, Iran is the keystone. Do you know what a keystone is? I'm sure some of you guys might remember from grade school. Okay, like when you look at an arch, the way that an arch works is that you have one stone in the middle that supports all the other stones. Okay, if you look at like a tunnel, you have like the blocks that go over the archway, and you have that one stone in the middle that's larger than the others, and the other stones around the keystone rest on that keystone and prevent the whole arch from collapsing. And so Iran is the keystone. Okay, they're supporting Hezbollah, they're supporting Hamas, they're supporting the Iranian proxies or the proxies in Iraq and Syria. They're supporting the Houthis, they're supporting Yemen. Okay, so they have to eventually take out Iran, and that's going to be the next step because it's just going to continue to escalate. And until they take out Iran, it's gonna be like this all the time. These attacks on the ships in the Red Sea, the attacks on U.S. bases, Hezbollah launching missiles into northern Israel. Okay, the jihadist groups. So we have some unconfirmed reports coming in tonight that apparently American bases are being attacked right now. I cannot confirm that 100%, but apparently American bases are being attacked tonight. There's rumors also that a U.S. warship was sunk. I cannot confirm that yet either. So just total chaos right now in the Red Sea, in the Middle East. Just checking some sources here to see if there's any updated information. And do me a favor, guys, if you haven't done it yet, hit the thumbs up button if you enjoy the stream. If you're finding this information useful, hit the thumbs up button and share this out on your social media. And thank you guys for all your support. I really appreciate it. Hold on one second, guys. Just checking some sources here. Just give me a minute. So looks like this strike is ongoing, guys. There were a lot of reports earlier that the strike was over already, and it looks like it's not over. We're getting reports of a second round of strikes coming in. You see, we have some footage here. I think this is probably okay to show because it's far away. Let me see if I can get this up on the screen for you. Looks like another round of strikes is underway right now. Let me get this footage up on the screen for you. We have unconfirmed reports that U.S. bases are under attack right now. Um, that the proxies in Iraq are striking bases. Unconfirmed at this point. Okay, it's not confirmed yet. So here we have a video coming out. This is from Hodeidah. This is the port city in Yemen. They hit the airport at this city. They hit a bunch of targets here. But here's the footage. I think it's probably okay to show. All right, so there you have it. Savvy Fuoco says, I make upstate New York and Pennsylvania proud. Thank you, Savvy Fuoco. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you. So this is the scene right now in Yemen. Okay, we got this massive plume of smoke here in Hodeidah. Uh, let me see here. So the U.S. and the U.K. have already issued statements. Okay, the Prime Minister of the UK, Rishi Sunak, released a statement, and Biden released a statement. And Biden said that he reserves the right to basically continue with more strikes as necessary. Okay, all the latest information is at the top of the screen. There's a red bar at the top of the screen with the latest info, but it's escalating. Okay, things are spiraling out of control. Uh, we have some unconfirmed reports that the Houthis shot down an F-22. That sounds like a joke. I really doubt they shot down an F-22. That's funny. I guess you never know. They did take out a F-117 Nighthawk in the Balkans during the Balkans Wars. They took out the F-117 over Bosnia. So I guess anything's possible. Let's see here. Checking some of the latest info. Here we have some footage coming in showing the British fighter jets taking off from a base somewhere in the Middle East. Apparently, they launched from Cyprus. That's what the word on the street is. Is that four British Typhoons took off from Cyprus, and it was mostly the UK and the US that did this operation. There were no other countries involved, just the US and the UK. Here we have footage of the. Here we have the Hodeidah area. Okay, so crazy situation, guys. The USS Florida apparently took part in the strikes. Let me update the ticker with some of the latest information. We have a lot more information that came in, so I'm going to update the ticker real quick. Just updating the ticker here. Okay, so get prepared, guys. Things are spiraling out of control. Things are really spiraling out of control. Elizabeth Anders, thank you for the donation. It's sad the mainstream media isn't reporting this. Yeah, it is really sad that they're not reporting it. It is very sad. So, absolutely crazy situation going on tonight. Massive attacks on Yemen. Just checking some new information. We have Iraqi factions loyal to Iran saying that if Yemen is attacked, they will strike American military bases with full force. Okay? With full force. If Yemen is attacked, we will strike American military bases with full force. Okay? U.S. missile defense systems in the Middle East are on high alert. The Iranian foreign minister said Yemen is an important part of the reality of regional security in the Middle East. Let's see here. Just scrolling through some headlines. So there were a number of airstrikes at the Hodeidah airport. Okay, a number of airstrikes at the Hodeidah airport. So it looks like they probably took out the entire airport. That's probably what happened. They probably took out the whole airport. Um, Today is the Wolf New Moon. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like it's BS about the U.S. ship being struck. Looks like that's BS. Um, Looks like it's BS. Just checking some sources here. There were some explosions reported at the Sana'a International Airport. So they hit the Sana'a International Airport as well. That's the main airport in Yemen. Okay. Obviously, they would do that to prevent the Houthis from bringing in equipment from Iran, so Iran can't ship stuff in. So we know that at least the Hodeidah airport was hit, the Sana'a airport was hit, the Al Dalami air base was hit. Okay, some kind of air base in Yemen. So looks like a pretty serious strike. Looks like also the Taiz airport was hit. And a guard camp in Taiz called Jabal al-Alula. Jabal al-Ula in Taiz. So at least 3 airports were hit so far. Taiz, Sana'a, and Hodeidah. Okay. So absolutely insane. So we have 3 airports confirmed to have been hit in these strikes. Yeah, 3 airports is a lot. Yep, 3 airports. So let me see what else here. Where's the Secretary of Defense? I'm not sure. I might actually have to restart the stream, guys. I'm going to restart the stream in a few minutes here. It looks like YouTube demonetized my stream. So, and plus it's getting long, and if I want to edit stuff out, I have to stay under a certain time period, I think under 4 hours. So I might restart the stream. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they're trying to silence me. Yeah, exactly. Yep. So let me just see here. I'm just gonna give it a little bit more time. I don't know. I guess all the explosions that I've been talking about and the footage I shared and probably tripped one of their sensors. Unless you talk like you're talking to a kindergartner, it's going to trip their sensors. So we have multiple Democrats here in the U.S. saying that the Biden administration did not go to Congress to launch this strike. Most of them are the pro-Palestinian Democrats. So we have 3 airports that were hit, guys. Okay, 3 airports. Okay, 3 airports were hit. Taiz, Hodeidah, and Sana'a, the 3 large cities in Yemen, their airports were hit. Just updated the ticker here. So I think I'm going to restart the stream in just about a minute or so. I'm going to shut this one down and then restart a new one. Jeffrey West, thank you so much for the donation. Always look forward to your thoughtful reporting. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. I really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate that donation. Ingrid Perez says they're trying to demonetize because you're putting the actual truth out. Yeah, that could be true. Yeah, could definitely be true. Could definitely be true. So I'm going to shut this down and just quickly restart. I'll be back in probably just a second. So stand by.